NiGuNeGu, der Bromantic Comedy Comic.
Testing inking in Photoshop with screen capture. Okay, this is the 2 pages I've been working on, and pretty far into the process, and I'll just add some important objects, render them nicely. You can see I have already added some texture to faces and indicated here some lighting that's coming from the upper left. The hatching fades out for a second light that I'll insert in the colors. I use these hatching type rendering. I use it very often for adding texture and grip. I don't like if drawing is too slick and clean. I like this. So I have added all sorts of effects, of textures, and indicated some volumes, like with this back here, and some lighting, a little bit of sweat. He is seriously in trouble. Here's his crazy upper lip. Throat and his beautiful curly breast hair. Very important, extremely important. So why am I adding here and there a little bit? It's just some refinement. I frequently zoom out to get some impression of the overall image and where shadows are needed and where there is too much white space. So here we wanted to indicate that he is in just a screen picture, just a TV screen, very bad TV, old TV, with these horizontal lines, like noise lines on old TV screens. But not enough that there's no doubt left, because we have here a little tiny surprise that hopefully adds a comic effect. The reader should know less here than the characters do. These characters who are just realizing what happens and are quite pissed. And there should be some shadow in this mouth because it's a cavity, and yeah, these are the kinds of thoughts you have when you ink. And here, just to make this transition here a little bit smoother, just to keep consistent with the style of the previous pages of the story, because they are much more dense in line, weights, much more cross-hatching going on, more blacks, more shadows, and this is what I'm gonna add here. And here was an establishing shot. There was some curtain here in black, and here too. So I'll indicate them, but I don't think I have to completely render them out. I'll just indicate something fine with cross-hatching, which is my favorite technique to deal with things like this, with figure it out, or just leave it because it's actually not that important. Just need to indicate that they are still in this room. With consistency and at least some hint of environment and atmosphere. If I come back to this page tomorrow or to some other time and I see this thing still bugs me, then I would say then I try to something else and try to figure out something to deal with it. But if I'm coming back to this and I don't remember and it doesn't bug me, then I think it's visually not important enough to drop more time into it with some feeling, or if it's right or if it's not, or if it bugs me or if it does not. And this is very tricky because I can't really consciously decide with rules, with hard and fast rules or something, what to do. I maybe could look at pictures or the establishing shot that I already drawn for reference, and so I'm at this moment pretty satisfied with this backdrop because it is not really what counts here in this shot. This shot is all about, here's a guy, a mysterious guy walking in, and there's silence in the room and everyone is looking at him. And here maybe I'll take something away. It's a bit much in comparison with the older pictures, and consistency between all the pages is what I'm going for. Because the one thing that shouldn't happen is for the reader to be thrown out of the story and take notice of something that I don't want them to notice. Maybe if there's some graphical trick or some cool technique that I want to showcase, then I think I would emphasize that and make it the main point of a panel, of a shot, and when it has some dramatic effect. It makes sense for this shot. If not, like here, this is really not the important thing here. Maybe I could have left it, but I just wanted to get rid of it. Because it maybe distracted a bit from the faces, and faces are the important thing, the blank look of them, of these guys, the state of shock they are in. And here the all important thing is the central guy, and to a lesser degree the guys reacting to him. And here are in the pencils I indicated some speed lines. action that is going on. Him slamming the TV, that is a malfunction. So all this is just to make this more dynamic. But the main thing the reader sees should be these guys, to the left, the bubbles, the text bubbles. The TV should be recognizable, and that it's maybe some old vintage TV. This guy that he has some trouble with the TV. And then maybe this guy who exclaims something, but he's not that important. Most important is that the reader can see what's going on and where these guys are in relation to each other in the room.